Welcome back, everyone, to Oxygen Not Included on Rime. And this is going to be the final episode for this playthrough. We are way ahead. I did a lot of work in the background. A lot of work. We had a few problems, and we'll go over those. This is working out pretty good. This little hydrogen extraction device where we're just getting a little bit of heat from the hydrogen. It's working out pretty well. Well, let's go over here now. And I've got our rocket silo here. And I went ahead and built this rocket. This was going to be my hauler. But I decided against it because it was just... I was going to haul. I was going to get some niobium and do a couple extra things. But I was like, nah. I think I've done what I wanted to do in this map, and I'm going to show you exactly what I've done. Let's get rid of these while we're over here. That okay. I built. I don't know if I went through this last episode. Built liquid oxygen and liquid hydrogen to get our rocket that goes all the way to the temporal tear. That's taken care of. We had a little accident down here, and I had about this much liquid hydrogen. This happened about 10 cycles ago or so, and I was pumping the hydrogen inside of the tank, and a boo-boo happened. I can't remember what it was now, but I had to crack into here. This is why I don't like building these in your base, because problems can happen, like what happened to me. Was some oxygen got in here, it solidified and kept getting on top of this pump, so I put 3 pumps in just to get the stupid liquid oxygen out, and then we lost a whole bunch of hydrogen. There was just tons of the stuff in there. Some of it is up here, and it just got everywhere. So I had to wait a little bit and pump some more out of this. This tank worked out really well. It provided all the hydrogen that I needed to do what I needed to do. Let's move down here. I moved the petroleum that was way on the other side of the map to this part of the map. Why? Because it's warm, kind of warm over here anyway. Ooh, and then we moved all the crude oil over to here. So that's been taken care of. Then I put the natural gas generation, or not natural gas generator, the petroleum generator here. It just dumps right into here, easy enough. And then this was a steam vent. What I was going to do is I was going to go and grab some niobium and put a thermium pump here. And close this up, and then take the steam. Let's just kind of back out and show you. I blocked all this in because, well, I was doing that and I wanted to do it. But I was going to take that steam from here and just pump it through this area here all the way down to the bottom down here into the cold biome. And we do have some melt water, but it's not heating up as fast as I would like it to. This is just a this is just a pump. I've been pumping out oxygen I've been pumping out all the gas for I don't know how long. It's been a while. But the reason we wanted to pump this out is because the temperature won't change in a vacuum as well. It won't change as much, let's put it that way. It won't interact with gas touching the pipe. So that's why I wanted to vacuum this all out. This is all going to be a vacuum, and then I was just going to take the steam and dump it downstairs. That's just too much work. As you see here, we've got a saltwater geyser here. I found another saltwater geyser down here, and bricked it in, and it's being... all the salt is being turned into water. So when you're taking salt and you're turning it into water, it heats up. So we're bringing the water down through here and right into the bottom of the base. And it's being pumped out of the bottom, and I'll show you that, where that's going in a minute. And let's move up to the base. Oh, yes, we've got this anti-entropy thermal nullifier going. This area was heating up quite significantly because these two were working. So I just pumped some ventilation. There we go. Here's the hydrogen. Brought the hydrogen over to here. There we go. Move the Dreco ranches down close to the base. Just use the standard layout like you'd normally do. And then here's the base. Base has not changed much except for the Atmos suits. This is why I like, one of the reasons I like putting Atmos suit docks in front of the bedrooms and then having them get into Atmos suits right away is because this happens. They always select the closest one to get to, and then you get these suits right here that hardly ever get used, that never fill up. These always have plenty of oxygen in them. But yeah, they're kind of a pain. So this is all about the same. Moved our food over here. We've got, our decor should be pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Everybody's got snazzy suits on. Everybody's nice and pretty. We got our Drecos here. Oh, yeah, you'll notice here, we got some micro mushers right here. Right here. And so, why did you need micro mushers? Well, some things happened. We had a food shortage. So I had to I had all of these going all at once. What happened was, so I moved the granite and igneous rock here. So it was dropping them off here. You see how these are a little different than they were last time. They're normally a save game. Save game. I usually put the conveyor receptacles like this, right on top here, like that. Well, unfortunately, I put the auto sweepers a little two tile closer. I normally have these conveyor loaders on the other side. So what happened was these receptacles were full of material, but they weren't getting dropped into the critter feeders. Hence, these guys were starving. They weren't laying eggs. And so I must have gone through, maybe 10 or 15 cycles before I even noticed it. I'm like, why am I not getting, I've got plenty of food. I got plenty of these guys. What's going on here? And that is exactly what happened. So now we have caught up. I had them running on mush bars for probably about 20 cycles. It was hilarious. They were just making tons of mush bars. And then when this finally caught up, we had 180,000 calories in mush bars, and I made them eat all of it before I switched over to barbecue. So yeah, that was pretty fun. I moved. So here's the. This is working out really well. You can see we're just getting free power from this. This has been churning along real nice. Temperatures nice and warm over here. It just pulls that temperature right into this. Basically free power. And it's been 350 watts, 300 watts, 250 watts. Just 4 of these guys. This turns on every now and again. Not very often. Nice and cool. I think I've done really well in keeping the temperature where I want it. Also, I expanded the water tank because, water. Got to have a big water tank. This is the water tank. I opened this up so they can get in. I actually had the water wasn't this tall at one point. It's down about here, and I had a hole right here so they could get in and get water to make the mush bars. And I finally got that sealed up. That was fun. This is working out really well. Getting plenty of gold from that, and then of course when water drops in, this will get this. If I were to play for a couple hundred more cycles, this would obviously fill up with water, and it was just being closed in water, completely encapsulated in water, we wouldn't have to worry about it at all. Plenty of gold in here. It's obviously going to be warm in here. We've got water being. We've got cold water coming in from the bottom of the base, but I also have that salinated water coming in as well. Lots of carbon dioxide, but this goes all the way up to here. And I got rid of all this stuff and I moved it to the other side. I changed things up a little bit over here. We've got a bigger battery bank. So more batteries and added another row of coal generators. Moved the hydrogen generators. They were right here. Flattened those out. Pretty nice, I think. And we had a little accident when I was making some steel. I forgot that this was not a hot industrial brick. And I had this thing queued up with 90 steel, and I had this one queued up for 90 steel. And it must have got 500 degrees in here. And so it couldn't transfer the temperature, of course. The oil turned into petroleum and broke, and it is just now cooling down with the help of the Weezeworts. Yeah, that was crazy. I expanded the cooling loop a little bit to make sure that we are keeping hell cold. Hell must stay cold. Hell has frozen over. So, oh yeah, this whole area just got super hot when this stuff broke down. These were just chugging and heat was pouring out, and I was like, what? That happened a few cycles ago. But we're keeping things well. I moved our storage area over here. You can see we've got 24. Well, we've got 23 right now. We've got 24 duplicants. We've had, here's something I actually did. I've always wanted to do it. Last few playthroughs and never have. I built an oxyferm farm, and it's worked out great. All the carbon dioxide from this stuff, Oh my gosh, save game. It all floats down here, and it just kind of coalesces down here, and these guys have been running pretty much non-stop, just converting that carbon dioxide quite nicely. Oh yeah, there's the steam. I moved the memorials down into hell because this is the area in which you go if you've done bad things. So this is where all the duplicates go that have died. Now we did have a few extra ones that died, remember, but apparently when you remove memorials, the bodies disappear. So we had 2 extra deaths beyond that. They I can't recall how they died. They died something stupid. Here's the liquid pump. This is all melting quite nicely. And it was right here at one point, and I moved it down and moved this one down even further. There we go. So yeah, we're reigniting the inferno. Reigniting the bottom of the base, the hellscape that this is. I think this is quite apropos. There we go. And then okay, this is still going. And I went ahead and built the monument. Of course, we need to have the evil person stepping on the hatches. That's about as evil as I can make it. Now, unfortunately, it is not hot over here yet. The heat has been moving quite nicely and starting to heat up the whole place. And what's really also helping is the water, the salt water is dropping down into here, warming this water up, which is 60 degrees. It's still negative 105 down here, negative 100. So this would take a long, long time for me to heat up just using the mechanics that I'm using right now. Now, there are other mechanics that I could use to heat this up. Like we could drag heat down here. That's not a problem. I could build some steel producing machines and run pipes all across here. I mean, we could heat this up real fast if we wanted to. But I wanted to use kind of natural, passive, activities to try to warm the area up, and it will eventually. I mean, if I were to play for another 100, 200 cycles, we would this whole area would melt out. We could reignite, and then it would pretty much stay hot all the time because it's insulated, and we would get rid of all the water down here. So the only thing that would be left would be the steam coming from the steam vent, which will eventually turn to water, which will eventually pump out of there. Let's see, what else did we do? I did a lot of base clean. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is where the base was, right here. Oh, our principal. Oh, pip eggs. Yeah, this is where the base was. It's not here anymore. It's gone. This was a pain in the butt to clean up. The conveyors. Here's our conveyor system. The coal's coming up. I got this to work again. I just reloaded the game, and we got a gazillion Paku now. It's been working great for a while. Feeders have been working. Everything's been working real nice. Very, very nice. I didn't bother coring out the rest of the map. I was like, yeah, I started to, and I'm like, nah. I'm just kind of done with the playthrough. Not that it wasn't fun, but I've accomplished everything that I really have wanted to accomplish, and have really done. I tried out a couple different ideas, you know. The other thing I was going to do is I was going to take the bunker tiles, and I was going to put bunker tiles along here and over here, like this, and then open this top portion up and just leave it open. And who cares if stuff falls down, because rockets would be coming in and out all the time. And I'm like, nah, I don't want to go that far. But yeah, this kind of set me back for a while. I was like, it's going to take me 100 cycles just to get that liquid hydrogen up to where it was. And I pumped out the I was just using the oxygen in the air, dumping it in here, and of course it would freeze. A little bit of hydrogen got in here. Obviously, I had a crack in here because I forgot to build the vents. That's what it was. I forgot to build the vents for the turnaround, and then all this stuff went everywhere. It was like, oh my gosh. And I just got disheartened. Like, I've been playing for long enough. This is about, I don't know, 7 or 8 hours of tearing the base apart, rebuilding it, moving things around. And obviously I didn't need to do all that, but it was. I think it was a lot of fun to do. I didn't remove all the ladders in this playthrough. There's still tons of ladders everywhere. It bothers me though. It does bother me. I'll be honest. What else did we? Oh yeah, plumbing. Let's take a look at that real quick. So here's the water that's coming in through here, like so, and it goes through this filter right here, and there's crude oil down here as well. So it's going to heat up. Well, if it's not water, it's going to come out through this pipe all the way back. So it just counterflows. It's counter. It goes all the way over here. All the way up through here. And then it dumps into our crude oil pile. So yeah, that was easy. Sort of. Plumbing. Let's just use the plumbing overlay. There we go. So this is coming out of here. Goes into our desalinator. Where's the other one? There. That'll speed it up. And there's 2 of these over here. There's one. This one goes all the way up. Yeah, I'll clean all this up. That's one, and we have that other one we had earlier in the game we found that we were using. It's all the way over here. Yeah, so that one's right there. It's not dragging any temperature. I'm using some insulated pipes. Obviously, they're not the best, but they will do for now. I'm just not worried about this stuff up here. Well, I'm not worried about cleaning that. The game was cold anyway. So let's take a... There we go. So that's pretty... I think we've cored out enough. I mean, the thing that I would do is just tear this apart. There's nothing really in here that I want. It's all, just slime and stuff. I found... I think most of the guys... There's another one over here somewhere. I think I spotted, but I'm not going to tear into it. And, of course, the Gravitas building, if we wanted to tear that apart. I did not want to do a lot of space work in this one. I wanted to use a minimalistic approach to space, and I really like that we were able to get the rockets this close to the base and down this far. And it turned out really well. Learned a few little tricks like doing something like this to keep the regolith from falling down. I definitely wanted to do a minimalistic rocket silo and play. But this looks, I really like how this has turned out. The core of the base is at the bottom. And kind of our industry section over here. And then our water tank. I mean, we could obviously make more water, but if we wanted to. But yeah, that looks really good. One of the things that what is it? Let's go to power. You are going to see... Whoa. Okay, hang on. There we go. This was the worst power job that I have ever done. I have never made my power wires this poor. I mean, I've got them running all over the place. This is not clean or neat, but it works. It works. It's fine. I got parallel lines running everywhere. I'm using heavy conductive wire everywhere. This is just nasty business on the wiring. It's functional, but not my proudest. Definitely not my proudest wiring job ever. And as far as plumbing, basically, the plumbing is just what it is. We've got the basic, it's your basic plumbing system going through. Didn't need a cooling system at all, hardly. Oh my gosh. So we got basic plumbing through the base for toilets and bathrooms. There's our water supply. That's our water supply there. And that's it. Not a whole lot of plumbing. That's our only cooling area. Obviously, we wanted to keep the temperature. Oh my gosh. This is just not... There we go. There's it. I think I kept the temperature as cold as possible in the areas that were important. There we go. That's a good look right there. So I think I did a pretty good job of keeping... This is where the old base was right here. So this whole thing still hasn't equalized yet. Hydrogen, obviously there's our rocket silo, and there is the furnace, and of course our water tank. And our new base is obviously going to be warm because, well, we've got hot oxygen coming in, heating things up. But otherwise, yeah, I'm happy with the turnout of how we've managed to keep hell cold, frozen, and we can obviously eventually melt this and restart the furnaces of hell. Yeah, is there anything else we need to take a look at? Ventilation, not much. It's just a bunch of your standard ventilation stuff going on. We've got instead of using a what is it? A carbon skimmer. I've just been pumping out the carbon dioxide from down at the bottom of the base like this, and just dumping out into outer space. It's cheap. It's electricity-wise, it's cheaper to use a carbon skimmer. I think it's also faster as well. This has worked out. It's worked out fine. And of course, we've got soda machines. Even got a massage table for them. I mean, they should feel fine. Now, as far as Duplicates went. We selected the worst of the worst. We selected all the duplicates that you guys, you players, have rejected. We took them on. We welcomed them with open arms. Never mind, some of them met an untimely fate because of their own stupidity. But I think we have succeeded in demonstrating that not all duplicates, because they have bad traits, can get the job done. And, even better, nobody got skills that they liked. Everybody... Stinky's new, by the way. Oh, you're a carrier. Here, wear a hat. Ada, of course, didn't like doing that. But we gave them skills that they did not like, they had no love for, and they still managed to get the job done. I mean, look at that morale. Look at that morale. 33 morale. I didn't even build gardens or anything. 34. Ruby's been eating his poo again. Got a good meal. Turner's got 36. And, normally I give our builders construction, but didn't do it this time. Didn't do it minimal as possible. I think you can agree that, you would agree that even bad duplicates can make a good group of, well, I would never do this again, by the way. I don't recommend using bad duplicates. We got natural gas, we got farters, we got anemics, you got people who can't carry, you got people who can't sleep very well if it's not well lit. But the base turned out real nice, I think. Looks pretty good to me. Oh my gosh, a little bit of water. You got your little feetsies. I think everybody's got a snazzy suit. Maybe not the new guys. Lindsay doesn't. Oh, sorry, we don't have any more. Oh, there might be one over here. I have not. There's no priorities on this base. I set no priorities. So everybody was just running around, doing their thing. Everything's on 5 except for our Atmos suits that we had to do to actually deliver them, because they would never have done it. But everything else, priorities. They lived with they did a pretty good job. They did a pretty good job for being everybody's rejects, the duplicate rejects. Maybe that's the name of the people. Look at all this guys. This guy can't. Oh yeah, I took him because he couldn't dig. Yeah, and he had a small bladder too. I was gonna make him a driller. Yeah, and we gave him skills that they weren't good at. So I think you can agree that we did pretty decently. I mean, probably would have gotten this base done in half the time if we had some decent duplicates. But I'm not going to complain. They surprised me with their capabilities as they became. Yes, I would have gotten rid of all these ladders at some point because it would bother me. But hey, we got all the bad duplicates. We took the guys that none of the players wanted. The rejects, the unwanted, and look at them. They're all happy. They're getting soda. We got a dance machine, jukebox. We got an arcade cabinet. I even built 4 toilets. I know I said I was only going to build 2, but they had to be built because the base would look funny if I didn't have them on each side. So I did reward them. So kind of you guys can have 4 toilets, and they got showers even. I know they had to eat mush bars for a while, but they did a good job. I'm going to give it to them. The surviving cast of this little drama did a pretty good job for being handicapped as they were in terms of skills and abilities. And, really not giving them a whole lot of credit for being able to do that. So that's going to do it. But first, of course, as a celebration, we need to launch our rocket. Let's get up here and open this door. And open. Yeah, if I were to do this again, I would definitely build a larger system like this. This was a lot of fun building. I like this. Built a whole bunch of steel. And, yeah. Man, still got a whole bunch of polluted oxygen. We don't care. We just don't care. We have accomplished everything. Let's fire this rocket off. We're going to the temperature. This is where we got to go. We got to send one of our duplicates in. And this is, I think it's Mima that's going. I love rockets. Love rockets. There we go. Who is our old... Do we have our original crew here? Yes, Marie is here. Random was a new one. I think Marie is the only one. 966. No, Rowan, yes. So the other two duplicates didn't make it. The original 3, only one of them made it to the end. These are 300s. Yep, so our original, out of our original 3, only Rowan made it. And then, of course, Ren and Marie, not far from each other. But that was that. Where was the food? This is right here is where we had a little problem. Right down here. I got down to 0 calories for a couple, about 10 cycles. Yeah. But otherwise, we were able to crawl back from it, and then they had to eat all the mush bars because food cannot go to waste. We don't want food to go to waste. Well, I am quite glad that we accomplished everything we accomplished. I'm just happy with the. I'm very happy with the base. In fact, this is different. Again, I always try to build something a little different. Build it a little different every time. See, try different things. I don't like these Atmos suits the way they are. I like them in front of the bedrooms, but hey, this is hell after all. You don't get what you want. You get what you're given. But we did a good job. The duplicates did a good job. I was very concerned that I would lose all of them due to their own stupidity, but a good majority of them they did survive. And there's a nice reminder for the price of failure and the price of stupidity. But once they got going, once they understood how things were going to be, they stepped up. Oh, there's the 2 slow ones. They stepped up and they got the job done. There we go. I'm very happy with I'm very happy with how things turned out. I could play for a little bit longer, but I think I have achieved everything that I wanted to achieve. Try a different base style, do the cold planet, worst duplicates possible, and a nice rocket silo, and it was a fun play. It really was. We got to make fun of the duplicates quite a bit. Watch them suffocate, and I don't know if anybody suffocated. I don't remember. No, I don't need these. Yeah, so. But I remember the early game, though. I remember them just not being able to drill very fast and peeing all over the place. And they have come far. They have come far from a bunch of rejects. That's all I got to say. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Oh, by the way, I hope you've enjoyed the playthrough.